Here is what happened to Indian private school fees between 2022 and 2025. A survey of 31,000 parents, 309 districts across India, every state, tier 1 cities to rural districts. The question, how much has your child's school raised fees in the last 3 years? 44% of parents, the fees went up to 50 to 80%. 8% of parents said the fees went up more than 80%. 22% of parents said the fees went up more than 30% in a single year. And only 13% said no hike at all. 93% of parents surveyed said the state government has done nothing effective to stop it. 93%. Urban private school fees have increased 150 to 170% over the last decade. Education inflation in India 8 to 12% every year, 3 times the general inflation rate. Parents are now spending 20 to 30% of their total annual household income in their child's school alone. Not university, not coaching, not college, school. And here is the detail that makes all of this genuinely extraordinary. Every single private school charging you these fees is legally registered as a charitable trust, not for profit by law. So how is this happening? The answer is a loophole so elegant, so perfectly designed that it has been operating in plain sight for 50 years. In India, private schools cannot legally make a profit. The Supreme Court established this, multiple rulings going back to 1993. Schools must be run by not-for-profit trusts registered as charitable organizations. Any surplus must be reinvested in education, it cannot be taken out. So, entrepreneurs running schools set up 2 entities simultaneously. Entity 1, the trust. The school, not-for-profit, clean, legal, charitable. Entity 2, a private company, owned by the same family, for profit. The company owns the land the school sits on and charges the trust rent. The company owns the school buses and charges the trust leasing fees. The company owns the building and charges the trust maintenance fees. The company provides management services and charges the trust consultancy fees. The trust pays the company. Every rupee leaving the trust is legal. It is legitimate business expense. The company receives the rupees and can do whatever it wants with them. Dividends, personal income, reinvestment, luxury. So let's make this clear. The school is not for profit, but the family running it absolutely is.
Mast planning.
And if you think this is just a few bad actors, here is what a court-appointed committee found when it audited over 500 Delhi private schools. What they discovered about those schools' finances is the most important number in this entire video. Stay with me. The Justice Anil Dev Singh Committee, court-appointed independent, tasked with going through the financial books of over 500 private schools in Delhi. What they found? Huge surpluses. Schools registered as charitable trusts running massive annual surpluses. Surpluses that were supposed to be legally impossible. Surpluses that were being paid out to related companies via rent, via lease fees, via management charges, all legally. An RTI filed in 2025 found that over 70% of private school management committees in Delhi have direct links to political parties or retired civil servants. The same people who are supposed to regulate school in many cases own them. DPS Vasant Kunj tuition fee went from 90,000 annually in 2019 to 1.7 lakh in 2024. That is an 89% increase in 5 years. DPS Dwarka fee hikes every single year from 2020 to 2025. 20%, 13%, 9%, 8% and 7%. 5 consecutive years, no exceptional infrastructure built, no extraordinary improvement in outcomes. Just the fees went up every year while the trust remained legally not for profit. But here's the funny part, because fee hikes are only part of what you're paying, because there are 5 other revenue streams your school has built that appear on no fee structure. And every single one of them requires your child to be enrolled to work. Stream 1. The uniform. Your child's school mandates a specific uniform from a specific vendor at a price 2 to 3 times the market rate. The Delhi government issued an emergency directive in March 2025 ordering schools to stop forcing vendor purchases after thousands of parents' complaints. The vendor pays the school a commission. Your child cannot attend without the uniform. Stream number 2. The books. School prescribed books, school approved vendor at inflated prices. The same directive in March 2025 covered books as well. The government said the practice was widespread. The practice still continues. Stream 3. The bus. Transport fees have become a significant revenue line for school operators. In Lucknow, one private school operator was found to be charging over 1 lakh annually just for the school bus. Stream number 4. The smart board. Technology fees, digital learning fees, smart class fees, 15,000 to 20,000 per year for a subscription to an educational platform that costs the school a fraction of that per student. Stream 5. The activity. Pottery, swimming, theatre, painting, each added as an optional extracurricular, each charged separately. If you don't pay, your child cannot participate, while every other child in the class does. The activity is optional in the fee structure. It is not optional in the classroom. Now, here is the part of the story that nobody wants to say out loud. Private equity has discovered Indian schools. KKR, Blackstone, global hedge funds. They're buying school chains across India right now. And the numbers they are targeting will tell you everything about what kind of business Indian private schools actually are. In November 2025, KKR pumped 6,500 crore into an Indian school chain. They brought in a Canadian pension fund for an additional 1,760 crore. KKR holds majority control. Their target EBITDA, the profit margin, is 37%. 37% profit margin on a not-for-profit school. Blackstone, the world's largest private equity firm, entered advanced talks in late 2025 to acquire a majority stake in a school chain operating in Jaipur. These are not philanthropists who stumbled into education. These are professional profit extraction machines, and they found Indian private schools. The reason they found Indian private school is that the trust company structure we described, the legal loophole that has existed for 50 years, makes Indian education one of the most reliably profitable business in the country. Captive customers, inelastic demand, no regulation. Social pressure that makes parents pay almost anything. And here is the question that should follow you out of this video. If a Canadian pension fund can make 37% returns on a not-for-profit Indian school, what has your child's school been making? And where has that money been going? Three things starting today. 1. Ask for the full fee breakdown in writing. Every school must provide an itemized fee structure on request. Ask for it. Ask specifically, what is the development fee for? What infrastructure was built? What is the technology fee paying for? Which platform? At what per student cost? Schools that cannot answer these questions are schools that have never been asked. Ask them. 2. You are allowed to buy the uniform and books elsewhere. The Delhi government's March 2025 directive confirmed this right. Your state has similar provisions. The school cannot mandate a specific vendor. If they do, it is an illegal practice and you can report it to your state's Directorate of Education. 3. If your school is in Delhi, the 2025 Fee Regulation Act gives parents veto power over fee hikes. A parent-teacher association can block an increase. If 15% of parents formally object, the hike goes to a district appeals committee. This power exists. It was created because parents demanded it. Use it. The school is counting on you not knowing it exists. India has 3.17 lakh private schools, tens of millions of children, hundreds of millions of parents who believe, as they were meant to believe, that they are paying for their child's education. They are, but they are also paying for something else, something that was never disclosed in the fee structure. Something that a charitable trust by law is not supposed to be charging for. The question is, now that you know, what will you do when the next fee hike notice arrives?